thought I'd take the chance and make this video real quick because a situation came up that I wasn't expecting. I'm in the process of rebuilding a RXV golf cart for a customer. And one of the biggest issues we find with RXVs is corrosion on the wires around the batteries. And it's probably one of the top 3 issues we find. And I think I've talked about in other videos, but I just am going to show you, because I just took the body off of this one and it's so clear. I'm going to show you. I'm going to flip the camera around and show you. But if you have an RXV with lead acid batteries in it, you need to pay attention to this. When you're charging your batteries and they're overflowing just a little bit, you think it's a little bit, it adds up. And what happens is this the acid rolls off the top of your batteries down the side of the batteries, and where do you think it goes? It goes through holes in the bottom of the cart and out onto the concrete, but also it flows across wires, and it permeates the insulation on the wires. It swells the insulation up, and it causes resistance on the wires, and then you have all kinds of problems. So there's 2 areas most prevalent on RXVs that we find battery acid buildup that causes problems. One is on the 3-phase wires from the motor that rub on the frame. Almost 95% of the RXVs I service, I have to tie these wires with a tie wrap away from the metal rail, because the rail, through vibration, is eating the hole in the insulation and eventually just going to short out the motor. The other is in front of the batteries that you cannot see because the body is so tight to the batteries, you cannot see the corrosion. So let me flip this camera around and I'll show you. Okay, kind of dark. I'm inside trying to stay out of the sun. Okay, I've got the body off of this, okay? Now here's the motor, the 3-phase motor. This is the rail. I'm going to show you if I can get in here. You see right here, let me push this apart. This is rubbing. This harness of this is the 3 wires that come through the motor, the 3-phase. It rubs on this metal post. And what it does, this one's not only rubbing, it's corroding. But if you look real close, it starts eating a hole in the metal, and it's always rubs through this, wherever this Chinese handcuff material is, it rubs through there and starts going into the insulation. And this one actually is really bad, so I'm going to have to clean this corrosion off and address this issue, probably end up taping it up real good. And then what I usually do with this, again, the body's on, I come around, I take, see how it will move? It just rides against there and vibrates, but I usually take and tie it across maybe to this battery bracket, but I just get it off of there. I use a tie wrap or something. The other place where I'm telling you cannot get is down here to the front of these wires. Let me go around the other side. Again, you can't see this because the body's on, but matter of fact, that's corrosion that's run down the sides of the batteries and the battery hold downs. See that battery hold down is eaten up. But look at these wires. That wire is still good, that part of it, but look at this part. These are all blown up. They're causing problems. It's causing resistance. So I'm going to have to pull this harness out of here, clean this up real good with soap and water, and then see if I have to replace any pieces of this wire harness. But just wanted to show you this. That's really bad. And then over, if I can get to it, it's starting to happen right there. It's starting to eat into the wires. And then way over here. So this wire loom runs in front of the batteries and goes over to your charge receptacle. But you need to keep these batteries clean, because see, the batteries doesn't look that bad, but it just takes over time dripping down there, and that's what happens. And it just runs, and that's terrible. That is just a mess. So that, well, this guy was a mess anyway. But anyway, so you have an RXV, or if you work on RXVs, you need to always check those two areas, because you're going to find an issue in both of those areas. So that's it for Wayne's Golf Carts in Indio. I just want to make a quick video because the opportunity arose. So Wayne's Golf Carts is my eBay store. waynesGolfcarts.com is my website with parts. My phone number is 760-393-1314. Call me, text me, leave messages, send me pictures. I'll help you. And my email, lemwert@sbcglobal.net. Okay, that's it from Indio. Thank you.